Oh, absolutely. I'm just so proud of you
Girl,
because you are from Chicago as well. And
I'm
seeing
from the city. I was born and raised in Chicago. Now my
that's what I'm
grandmother
talking
made.
about.
That's right. I'm really a city girl for real though.
Yeah. Get ready for the LaDonna Ray Show for exclusive interviews right here. Dope.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
Is it Sugar Ray?
Nah.
Lisa Ray?
No.
D Ray? No.
It's time for
The LaDonna Ray Show.
I'm so shy.
The one and only sexy mama, LaDonna Ray. Welcome to the LaDonna Ray Show.
Hey, what's happening? As you know, you're watching the LaDonna Ray Show, and we have a very special guest. Look at my background. There she is, the whole matriarch of the whole project when it comes to BMF on Starz. Please join me in welcoming Michole Briana White. Hi. You know, I feel like you're like my sister, you know what I mean? And watching you in so many television series and now this BMF, come on, this has got to be huge. Tell us a little bit about how you feel playing the role of Lucille Flenory, which is definitely the matriarch of BMF, the family, Black Mafia family on Starz.
Freaking amazing. It's just the whole thing has been so divinely orchestrated. I'm so thankful. And the husband on the show is my dear friend Russell Hornsby. And this is probably our third time working together. And we did an August Wilson play for about 2 years and we were in the original production of Jitney, August Wilson's Jitney off Broadway. So to me, it's like these two characters, Youngblood and Rena, have grown up and come to BMF. And so it's been wonderful that we have this experience to work together and working with someone who I trust and respect so much, who has my back, and the entire cast and crew and everyone is just extraordinary, and it's just really an honor. I'm so honored to be a part of this project. It's just amazing.
Rolling into production in January for season 2. Thank goodness that you got renewed. What can we expect on this season finale, and what can we do to kind of curb our appetite until season 2?
Breathe and be patient. And I would just get ready for a heck of a lot of excitement and fun and power and more love and family. I'm so excited to see it too. It's like every time I watch the show, actually, it's like I'm on the edge of my seat too, just along with everybody else, because, you know, some of the scenes, you know, some things I've seen, but I feel like I'm watching for the first time along with you guys. And I promise you, I'm so invested in these characters, and I'm so invested in just watching all these other wonderful actors like do their thing. But the storyline, the BMF writers are freaking off the chain. And just the story alone, I just want to give a shout out to the real Miss Lucille, who it's an honor to play, who looks so much like my family. It's unreal. It's you know, so they're right next to Chicago. We kissing cousins, right? And I mean, I feel like I know her from another lifetime, and she looks just like my family. It's uncanny, the resemblance that we have. And anyway, I'm just excited for y'all, so y'all better get ready.
No, that's right. I've actually noticed the resemblance as well. And working with the real Lucille, can you say that you guys have some similarities when it comes to parenting? Because I'm telling you, growing up, you and I, we came up in a time where mothers were like on you. Now you've got parents that are very apologetic, but Lucille, she wasn't having it. How close to you is the character that you play on BMF?
Well, there's a lot of similarities of Lucille to my mom, actually. And my mom would get up in your tail. So I have so much to draw on, and I feel like there's so many things that I just connect to with Miss Lucille. She's very, very spiritual. I'm a very spiritual person as well, and just very loving, and how important family is. Like, family is everything to Lucille, just everything. And it's been really amazing having the kinds of conversations, having the opportunity to actually talk to a living person who knows herself, that I can just call up and say, when you were going through this, like, what were you thinking? Or what did you feel about this? Or sometimes between takes, I would call her and say, wow, I'm kind of nervous about this scene. What did you feel? Or she might send me like a Bible verse in between takes, or just say, you got this. And she was just so supportive and encouraging.
She just gave kudos to a woman that's in the behind the scenes seat. We need this, people.
But we just had this, like, there's just like this thing, this unspoken connection it just feels magical. And I didn't even know like how much we looked alike until I actually met her when I went to Detroit. And it was just like, whoa, it's alignment. And I'm just really blown away by the whole thing. And I'm just so thankful, so thankful.
That is, I mean, you are just so humble, and I love it. And I think that it's so awesome having that direct connect to the character, being able to pick up the phone and say, okay, and then actually bring that to the camera so that we can feel what Miss Flenory was going through during that time. Mrs. Flenory was going through at that time.
I also got to speak to Nicole, the real Nicole. And so I talked to her and Miss Lucille all the time. And so it was really interesting getting two perspectives, like the kid's perspective and the mom's perspective, and just being able to approach it from two different ways, and I got to talk to Big Meech like one time. Little Meech was calling him on the phone once, and he put him on speakerphone, and he just seems like a really lovely guy, and I really look forward to meeting him in person one day.
Absolutely. I know you talked about double folds, just about when you have the family that you can reach out to, the original family that, 50 Cent got the life rights for, to actually do the project BMF with Randy Huggins. And thank goodness for the staff and the team that you guys have. But have you formed a family of your own now with the actors that you work with? Like, is Lil Meech like your son or nephew? Or tell me about that. Like, what's going on behind the scenes?
Oh my gosh. Well, I just love that little boy with all my heart. I really do. I love all my kids. It's just like, I don't really have kids. So it's just like everybody walking around calling me mama. It's like, what? But it's such a beautiful, beautiful connection. And it's been so special because to watch Lil Meech like step into his father's shoes and have this real like amazing healing experience, and to really be there. I just wanted to be a part of like supporting him on his journey and ushering him into this whole new world of acting. This is like his first acting job, which is just amazing. I'm so honored to have the opportunity to share in this experience with him and his family. And we just had like a real special bond. Earlier on, we had a scene in the bedroom, and we had a literally heart to heart thing. Like, I do energy work and body work, and I'm really into those kinds of things spiritually. And we just had this moment that was so deep that felt like it just opened him up in so many ways. And it was just beautiful. And then, there have been times when I've had scenes with him and I've been like, oh my gosh, how am I going to connect in this scene? What am I doing? And he would like look at me and just go, hey, Ma, I got you. And he would just show up and, from like this, beginning, like having this like kind of sensitivity and almost being like nervous and afraid or whatever. And he's just blossomed, and he comes and he just has my back too. And it's just been beautiful, just beautiful. And yeah, they're all just like so special in their own way. It's really, I have no words. So
That's a lot. I feel like I just want to come on the set just to form or be a part of this bond, because you can see it on screen, and I can only imagine what it's like in real life.
Yeah, it's deep. It's really, I mean, I have to say this whole thing, like I said, and I'm not exaggerating when I say I think it's just been a very divine experience. It's just been divine, and everything has just like fallen into alignment with this whole thing. And working with Tasha, who, you know, did the first 2 episodes, and starting off with her and my boy Russell. Russell and I both come from the theater. And so working with Tasha, who I didn't even know she was directing until, you know, I've known Tasha for years, and I didn't know, you know, she was directing. And on this level, she's one of the best directors I've ever worked with. I promise you. Yeah, like on the stage and on the screen. And she just really blew me away, because she will just come with these gems, deep gems to offer you to like take the scene to a whole nother level. So between that and working with Russell, somebody who we know we got each other's back, and we would actually have rehearsal before the thing. We had many moments in her office, and then we got to really do the like run through the whole thing to rehearse. And you know, like there's one scene in the pilot episode that it's like, I think it's like one continuous shot, like, so it comes in through the living room, and then somebody comes down the stairs, the kid comes down the stairs, and then I come down the stairs, and it swings into the kitchen, but it's like ongoing. So we got to really rehearse that, where we had it in our bodies, and like where it just came like clockwork, and it was just like a dance with everybody. Yeah. And it was just beautiful. And she really set that whole thing up. It was like doing a play. It was like doing a play, and the kind of work you get to do when you're doing a play, you really get to go in more to the characters in a different way. And she just really set us up in such a beautiful way. And yeah, it was amazing.
Wow. You know, people tell me that I'm her twin. The voice, not the look.
Okay.
The voice. They say I sound like Tasha Smith, and I'm like, really? That's what I. Yeah, that's what I hear.
I can see that now that you had said that.
Right. What had happened was, you've been acting for a long time, and this is a male-dominated industry by far when it comes to behind the scenes. You just gave kudos to Tasha Smith, and I'm actually a teacher at a media school, and I want my students to hear how important it was to work with Tasha Smith. And what do you have to say to those women that want to go into film, television, and the like when it comes to being behind the scenes?
I would say come, because we need you. We need you. We need your voices. Women just have like, I don't know, women can see like everything. Like Tasha, I'm gonna tell you, Tasha got eyes in the back of her head. She saw things. I mean, Tasha could see the hair, the makeup, everybody on the crew, what anybody was doing. I mean, her vision is so freaking broad. It just blew me away. But women just come with so much more nurturing and love, and this overview and can be more objective. I'm not being right now. I'm not trying to diss men. Because there are a lot of male directors that are really awesome and that are awesome on BMF. So I want to say that. But we need to have more women. So I welcome your voices. Please, please come.
Oh,
please. Yeah.
It feels so good to hear you say that. Ladies and gentlemen, Michole Briana White, I am so honored. I'm almost in tears right now. I'm so serious. I'm so honored to have you on the show, on the LaDonna Ray Show. My name is LaDonna Ray. Guys, give it up for Michole Briana White. She is playing the mother, Lucille Flenory, on BMF on Starz. We're going to see you this Sunday, and then we'll catch up with you on the next season, because it's been renewed for season 2.
Come on now. I cannot wait.
Thank
Thank
you
you. It's
so
been a
much for this
pleasure.
interview.
You're beautiful. Thank you.
All right. Wow, we just interviewed Michole Briana White. Oh my gosh, I could just die a happy woman right now because she is amazing. Can you believe it? I was actually doing some research on her and it popped up. I can't believe she's my new idol. We're sisters now. We're from Chicago. But make sure you tune in and support her because yeah, it's a male-dominated industry when it comes to behind the scenes, but now she just gave kudos to a woman that's in the behind-the-scenes seat. We need this, people. Yeah, the guys got it. You guys have much practice. Come on, ladies. Let's do it on the LaDonna Ray Show. That's it for now. I'll talk to you on the next go-round. Bye-bye for now. Peace.
The LaDonna Ray Show.